Ciao Ferrari fans. So today we're going to take a look at one of the lesser known Ferraris, I suppose. And this is made by Kyosho, the Mini Car Collection 4. And so you can look at the box here. It says 420 yen, which is $4.20, less than $5 in today's money. And then this model kit was from 2007. So let me focus here and maybe you could pause and decide if you want to get some of these other cars. I think I have most of them. Yes, I think I actually have all these cars. So if you search in my reviews, you should be able to find them hidden away somewhere. Okay, let's take a look here. Now, yeah, it's not assembled, so I guess this is a brand new model kit. I think they did these kits to get around a licensing issue. Completed models were sold by a different brand, but these are kits, so I guess they were able to sell these things. Here are the colorway choices: red, black, and silver. I like silver cars myself, metallics. They have less paint rash problems. Here's some Japanese text that I can't really understand. I know it's a 2+2 seater, and that's some other stuff. Okay, so anyways, here's some instructions on how to put it together. Seems like I have to put the seats in. I'm gonna put the tires onto the wheels and all that stuff. So let me cut away and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I didn't actually screw it together because I figured I'd show you guys the interior. Okay, so the stand itself, it has this little locator pin, but later on, if you want, it does come with the screw. If you don't want it to fall off this stand, you could screw it to the stand. So that's a nice touch by Kyosho. Okay, so let's take a look at these photos here. Let me focus on the car. Okay, well, it looks pretty similar. Yeah, it's even got this little mirrors sticking out, wiper blades sticking out. These little lights in the front, the plastic inserts, the black air dam on the bottom there. So I'd say that view is pretty accurate. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks pretty similar to me. Now the back, this is the silver picture I could find. Again, the lamps. I guess the only issue is the outer lamps are not orange. They're just red. So it would have been nice to have those orange. But yeah, the exhaust pipes, I think they're just black on the real car. They're probably just raw steel or something like that. A little history on this car. It's a derivative of the 365 GT4 2+2 that came out in 1972. And then it evolved to the 400, which came out in 1976. Then there was a fuel-injected version in 1979. And then finally, the 412 was released in 1985. And over the subsequent offerings, the engine size grew a little bit. So the 412 indicated that each cylinder had a 412cc capacity, so it got pretty close to a 5-liter engine, so V12 up front here, and making 340 horsepower. And what made the 412 a little better than all the predecessors is the bumpers were now color matched. All the predecessors had those black plastic or nylonish kind of rubbery bumpers that were just kind of an eyesore, especially on a car like a Ferrari. 570 plus of them were made, and then later on the 2+2 vanished, but then eventually the 456 came out. If you're interested, I do have the Kyosho 456s. There's 2 different variations that I'm aware of. If you want me to do a review on those, just let me know, and I'll pull up some information and try to do a review. But let's continue talking about this one now. Let's get into the nitty-gritty details here. So I think the silver paint's pretty nice. It's not super splotchy or anything like that. You got this nice character line, going through the middle here to break up the slab-sidedness. It's cool styling. I believe the styling of this, well, actually I can't recall who styled this. Is it Bertone or Pininfarina? But right there is supposed to be the badge of the styling house. I guess it's Pininfarina. Is it Bertone? I don't know. It's a long word, so I assume it's Pininfarina, but if you guys know better, please leave a comment, because I don't know much. Anyways, these wheels, they're pretty nice. They remind me of like a F40 wheels. Am I right? Ferrari F40 wheels. Okay. These side mirrors are a little weird though. That is a bit odd. You know, the photograph is black, but this should be horizontal, not angled up, right? So it's kind of weird that. Oh well. I can't change it, or I'm not going to change it. I guess you could melt it into place, but I'm not going to risk it. So it's kind of weird. Okay, front end. The Ferrari badge is nicely proportioned. It's not oversized. It looks relatively correct in its size. And then you got these really thin plastic lights here, so that's nice. You know, a lot of companies would just paint that silver. Even the premium brands, you know. I was complaining about some... I was thinking about the Acura NSX, the first generation. You know, like Ignition model, TLV, and Hobby but Japan. They're all painting this section on their models, which for a, you know, for a model that costs 2-3 times as much money, that's not good. So I'm gonna skip that model for now. Okay. Yeah, look at this. This is pretty nice printing here. Silver lines, and then some sort of silver fog lamps, I assume. Okay, so that's air dam. Yeah, it matches the photo pretty well. It's painted black as well, just like the real car. In fact, the whole bottom has a black paint going around it, just like the real car. And then, yeah, they got these exhaust tips. They're pretty bland, but I think they might just be bland on the real car. And then, yeah, as I mentioned, that's not accurate. But the printing back here looks pretty good. It says 412 and the prancing horse. You know, it's pretty good considering it's silver on silver. The fact that I can actually see that on my camera. Yeah, so here's the bottom, pretty plain. Pretty nice treads. They look like they could be treads from the 1970s. And then this width looks relatively good, you know. I like it. Let's, well, let me just go over the top here. Yeah, I didn't even notice this before. There's Ferrari right there. I'm not sure if it's that far in. It might actually be that far in, looking at the photo of the real car. I would assume it should be closer to the edge, but it is pretty far in on the photograph. Okay, so some wiper blades here, and they're molded in, painted black. That's good. And then there's ribbing there, but the clear coat's so thick, I can't feel any of it. Wow. Yeah, so that's a really good clear coat. Look at that. You can see, right? And so... I already forgot when this came out. Let me look at the box again. 2007. This paint seems flawless. That's so rare in collecting 1/64 scale cars. Most of them always have some sort of problem, but this one's great. No problems at all that I can see. Maybe I'll notice after. But for now, it looks pretty good. Alright, so I didn't screw it together because I want to show you the base, because usually I just complain that you can't see anything because it's just dark, right? It is, but one nice thing about the model kits, you know, since you have to put it together in the first place, wow, for some reason it's really in there. I don't know if there's a popped-in groove, but... So there's your detail, right? So if you wanted to spray paint that a lighter color, it'd be a lot more visible. Because when you get these molded windows, there's a lot of distortion going on. So there's the inner workings of a diecast car. Okay, anyways, so I'm pretty happy. I'm actually really happy because a lot of these cars, you know, once they get a few years old, they get paint rash and stuff like that. So this one's good. Okay, let me just give it one last spin here. If you guys want to collect some of the more obscure, lesser loved Ferraris. Oh boy, I'm trying to snap that together nicer. I didn't snap the base onto the body so hot, so that side's a little jacked up. Let me show this side. This side's a little better. Okay, yeah, so it's crooked. Oh well. So anyways, yeah, it's a pretty nice model. If you want the 412, this is from Mini Car Collection number 4. And then again, there's a whole bunch of other cars that I think would be cool to have as well. So I'll get reviewing those whenever I get them. Very well. Arrivederci.